Hello and welcome to Studio 415.
On today's show, we'll talk about all the changes in the 1012 cafeteria.
You'll learn about the mural being painted in the CHS Commons.
We'll introduce you to the cast of the fall musical, Footloose.
And for sports, we'll give an update on how the boys and girls soccer teams are doing.
I hope you're ready.
It's time to enter
Studio 415.
Welcome to Studio 415. I'm Emily Drake.
And I'm Andrew Studi. If you buy lunch from the Carroll 1012 cafeteria, then you may be confused about the signs or even excited about the new salad bar.
For our lead story, Studio 415 reporter Jared Garner spoke with the food service department here at Carroll and has the scoop on all of the changes.
Recently, there have been many changes made to the lunch lines in the Carroll High School cafeteria, and some students are wondering what caused these changes and also if anything else will be changing. The main reason for the changes to the lunch lines were because of the ever-changing U.S. Department of Agriculture guidelines. By far, the most notable change was the addition of an everyday salad bar, which was a request from CHS students. According to the food service director, Leanne Kahneman, the lunch staff is ecstatic about the outcome of the salad bar.
We knew that's what they wanted. We also felt that that was a need for our staff members as well, so we're glad to see a lot of the staff come out of the closets and actually participate in our lunch program.
Accompanying the new salad bar is tiered lunch pricing, meaning, depending on which option you choose, the price will vary. Many students were disappointed in seeing the grab-and-go line disappear. However, it has not totally vanished.
The items that were on the grab-and-go line were incorporating to all of the lines.
In place of the grab-and-go line, a new charged-up line was integrated into the new cafeteria setup. Students that are confused with the new lunch line format should look at the signs posted on the beams in the cafeteria. Many students take their lunch for granted. In actuality, a great deal of work is put into the lunch every day.
We have lunch ladies that start preparing the lunch at 7 o'clock every morning.
The lunch ladies do not just heat up pre-made food. Several items, such as cookies, are homemade. Forod says that they are not anticipating any more changes to the lunch lines for the remainder of the school year. For Studio 415, I'm Jared Garner.
You probably have noticed the mural being painted in the CHS Commons.
It is slowly being constructed over the course of the school year by the Renaissance Club.
I spoke with the members of the club to ask about the meaning behind the mural and their reasons for painting it. Many students at Carroll have probably noticed the half-painted wall behind me, but most do not know the club that is behind it all. The Renaissance Club has been contributing different pieces of art to our school for 5 years. Within that time, the club has done a variety of projects. This year, the club has a whole new project in store on display for everyone to see, a mural. With the mural being constructed in the Commons, it sets this project apart from past projects.
Everybody gets to see the process and kind of what we do, and we're getting a lot of attention for it.
But this project cannot be done, of course, without a theme.
The mural is symbolic towards your future and picking a path and choosing which path you want to take to get to your future. There's many paths you can take, as you can see in the mural behind me, but each one's going to lead you into the sunset, which is symbolic to your future.
This theme rings true for not only the mural, but other works from the past as well, like the gold tree above the grand staircase or the clock panels in the freshman campus.
And it's symbolic towards how each year you're in at Carroll High School, you get closer to having a deciding factor of where you're going to go to college, what you're going to do after school if college isn't your thing.
You can see the club meeting every Wednesday after school to work on their project. The Renaissance Club usually takes about a year to finish each one, but this year they plan to have it done by springtime so everyone is able to enjoy it. For Studio 415, I'm Emily Drake. The fall musical has been selected and the cast has been chosen.
Studio 415 reporter Tara Maceros takes us behind the curtain to give a closer look at this production.
Just a few weeks ago, this hallway was filled with students nervously waiting their turn to audition for this year's musical, Footloose. Many of those same students will be working hard this fall to prepare for the 5 performances that await them. This year's musical will be directed by Jill Duran and Steve Pearson and choreographed by Eric Smead. The show chosen for this year's fall musical is Footloose. It will include about 50 students and will take place in a large auditorium. Although it may not seem like it, there are a lot of factors that go into determining what musical will be chosen.
We also look at what we've done in the past, what types of musical, like if we've done a comedy or a drama before, and we really felt like Footloose kind of filled kind of a void in what we haven't done in the past several years.
The students participating in the musical will practice vigorously in preparation for the performance. It can be difficult to balance extracurricular activities and school. Senior Maddie Borndern explains what it's like for her.
It can be really hard to balance school, the musical, and show choir. You have to learn to time manage and get your assignments done in advance so you can participate in the rehearsals.
Though it seems like there are many people that attend the musical, the music department makes next to no profit. The final cost to put on a musical is around $10,000 due to purchasing the rights of the musical, choreographers, costuming, and staff. Footloose will be performed on November 19th through November 22nd. See you there. For Studio 415, I'm Tara Maceros.
Traditionally, the Carroll boys and girls soccer teams are very successful.
To find out how the teams are doing this season, here is Studio 415 reporter Zach Sagan.
The boys soccer team finished the regular season with a record of 11 wins, 4 losses, and 2 ties. And the girls team finished with a record of 9 wins, 3 losses, and 4 ties. The only thing left is a strong postseason run.
As the weather begins to cool down, the soccer season begins to heat up. Soccer has been in season since the beginning of the school year, but most important part of the season is just beginning, the state tournament. Both the boys and the girls varsity soccer teams are ranked in the top 20 in the IHSAA coaches poll coming into the tournament and are looking to improve that ranking even more with the help of a strong JV behind them.
We have a really good JV that pushes the varsity to be better because they know that they could be moved up, and I think our captains have done a really good job keeping everyone in check and focused.
Improved, like all the players have gotten better, I feel like, as individuals. Some are like older varsity players have gotten injured, so that left room for our younger players to improve as well. And I think that they've done a pretty good job as improving.
With important seniors graduating last year, both teams have stepped up their level of play to accommodate for their losses. The boys team has only 5 varsity players returning from last year's heavily loaded senior team.
It's definitely a new, different squad, a new team, and we kind of starting from scratch. But a lot of people didn't believe in us, and I think that drove us a little bit more.
The girls, on the other hand, have to make up for the loss of their top scorer last season, Matea Nispel.
Well, we had to work better as a team this year from losing Matea Nispel in the midfield last year. But we've picked it up as an overall team. Same hard effort that we've had in the past years.
While the ability for the Charger girls to score might be affected by the loss of a former senior, the defense has shown its experience even with a tougher schedule. This year, senior Laura Pun broke a school record for most career shutouts. The more difficult schedule both teams face this season is due to the dissolvement of the Northeast Hoosier Conference last year. However, both teams view this as an opportunity to play more competitive teams and improve their level of play.
It's a lot more challenging. We're playing harder teams, so we may not have the same schedule as in wins and that type of thing, but it's more challenging for us and it's preparing us for the tournament.
Basically all been a focus to going into the sectionals tournament. So the entire thing is we've done this whole season to go and prepare for what basically now is and to try and go far in state.
Unfortunately, the boys varsity team suffered a heartbreaking loss against Canterbury on October 10th and will not be moving on. The girls, however, won their sectional and are looking to make a deep run to state. For more information on how the soccer team has done this year, look under the Athletics tab on the NAC's website. For Studio 415, I'm Zach Sagan.
Thanks for that report, Zach.
For our final report today, I wanted to update you on what a couple of clubs are doing here at Carroll.
Here's what you can expect if you attend a Ractivist or Multicultural Club meeting.
Ractivist Club of Carroll High School started last year with 200 people in the club. Now reaches nearly 400 people. The Ractivist Club was supposed to meet in Carrie Weishart's room on the freshman campus. Now the club currently has their meetings in the Fieldhouse due to the growing popularity of Ractivist.
So last year, basically what happened is I came up with this idea for a club because I'm part of a national organization called the Random Acts of Kindness Foundation, and they have Ractivists, and so I'm an official Ractivist with the National Foundation, and so I thought, how amazing would it be if we started something at Carroll?
Ractivists are activists who spread random acts of kindness not only throughout the school, but also on social media. Every month, the Ractivists do a different campaign. These campaigns include Ractag, third-party compliments, and appreciation towards teachers and staff. This month, the club will be focusing on the special education department. Weishart is the sponsor of the club along with Bob Johnson as her assistant of Ractivist. Since the Ractivist Club has such a large number of students that participate, the club has 27 leaders who help Weishart and Johnston out. One of these leaders includes Alana Keeley, who was inspired by Maddie Hickey to become one.
I became a leader because I thought it was so cool how a group of students inside the school saw an opportunity to come together and promote positivity and kindness, and I felt like I wanted to be a part of it, and so I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Although Ractivist is the most well-known club in Carroll High School, Multicultural Club is a smaller club that doesn't get enough recognition. This club was started last spring by French teacher Barb Kiplinger. This school year, they are again trying to increase awareness about other cultures around the world. Kiplinger says it is her pleasure to introduce different cultures to the club members.
I really enjoy working with this group of kids. It's a lot of fun, and I love seeing kids from other cultures talking to other kids. To me, that's what the world is about, communication with other countries and cultures.
The club meets during activity period on Wednesday once a month in Kiplinger's room and is currently looking for a new room as the club grows. Also, they elected officers last year to run their club efficiently. They prepare a lot of activities for the students who are willing to understand different cultures around the world. The President Austin Noe and his cabinet had time to make a plan and review what they have done.
We've gone down to Fort Wayne and we've gotten gifts to welcome and present to the foreign exchange students, and we've organized the club and all the activities that we'll plan to do in the future.
The Ractivist and Multicultural Clubs are open to all students in Carroll and looking for students who are interested in their activities. For Studio 415, I'm Andrew Studi. Thanks for joining us today.
If you have any story ideas that you would like to see covered, mention them to any of the students in the credits or Mr. Johnston.
For all of us here at Studio 415, have a great day, Carroll.